Hola amigos, this is your local comic book Mustachio, here to report on some of the new releases gracing our spinner racks this week. Before we take a look at the books that I picked up, let's head over to my local comic book shop, Fourth World Comics and Toys in Smithtown, and see what I grabbed. Home from the comic book shop, let's take a look at the books that I found particularly noteworthy this week that were in my pull list. First off, we have Batman number 36 from Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, the second chapter in Endgame. We get to see Batman wear a super sweet mech suit in this issue, taking on Superman, as well as our first look at the Joker since Death of the Family. From writer Dan Slott and Michael Allred, the awesome Silver Surfer. The art is beyond belief. The story is a ton of fun. Both of them are top of their game at the moment. Channeling Jack Kirby in a way with the pop art styles. Highly recommend this book if you're in for a fun cosmic adventure. Kelly Sue DeConnick, of course, continues her awesome run with Captain Marvel number 9. Really fun. Super sweet Ziggy Stardust kind of cover. Highly recommend this book, especially with the announcement of the Captain Marvel movie. You want to get familiar with the character, nobody's doing it better than Kelly Sue. It was announced that this next book would be canceled soon. It was bound to happen eventually, but She-Hulk number 10 from Charles Soule, another amazing chapter in the series. Charles Soule's a lawyer himself, so taking on Jennifer Walters, not too much of a task for him, and he's writing her great. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips doing what they do, top of their game as usual with The Fade Out. Another fun kind of pulpy noir dark crime story set in old Hollywood. Highly suggested. And last, we have Robert Kirkman's new Exorcism series, Outcast, returning to horror, celebrated writer of The Walking Dead. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of horror. This is a good one. So those are some of the books I had in my pull list this week, but I want to take a closer look at two that I found particularly interesting. We'll take a closer look at them now. First up, we've got Star Trek, The City on the Edge of Forever, number 5 from IDW Publishing. Considered perhaps the best episode of the series by Trekkers, this adaptation by Scott and David Timpton from the original screenplay by famed sci-fi scribe Harlan Ellison was originally rejected by Roddenberry in the 60s and later rewritten for the screen. Coveted by fans, this is the first time we've seen Ellison's script adapted into a visual medium. Although I'm a huge Star Trek fan, I've never been much for the comics. The historical value and the over-the-top artwork from J.K. Woodward won me over with this series, and it's been a joy since its inception. This book will make a wonderful trade for any comic book or Star Trek collector and comes highly recommended by this hombre. Next up, we have the second issue of the new Image series from DC superstar Scott Snyder and artist Jock, with Witches number 2. While I have mixed feelings on Snyder's Batman run, particularly in regards to how he ends his mammothly long story arcs, he is a local and a fellow patron of my local comic shop, Fourth World. I ran into him on the day the first issue was released, and after a discussion on horror, the extended Cabal cut of Clive Barker's Nightbreed film, and his short story collection I just finished, Voodoo Heart, I was looking forward to seeing what his creator-owned title would bring. Of course, Jock's art is incredible as always, with a creepy, almost bleeding quality to it, and Scott shows that horror is the genre he was born to write. The series seems to not only reinvent the mythology of the witch, but supplies an extremely disturbing new look for the series' monsters. If you're a fan of horror and genuinely like to have the shit scared out of you, Witches comes highly recommended. Another win for Image Comics. So there you have it. Those are the books that I found particularly noteworthy this week. To find a comic book store near you, go to comicbookstorelocator.com. Download the Comixology app, download your comics digitally, or check out your local library. Some of them have a great collection of books for you to try out. So, this is my first video. I'm a little nervous making it. The quality might not be so good. Hopefully this will be a weekly thing, and I'll let you know what's on my pull list every week, as well as putting up some extra content. I got a couple of ideas. Comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas for me. So this is your Comic Book Mustachio saying, adios amigos. See you next week.